Welcome to another episode of Making It Keto, and today we're going to be making some of the most delicious keto hush puppies you have ever tasted. Let's get into it. Alright, so here's the majority of the ingredients we're going to be using today in today's recipe. Also guys, I'll be having everything as far as amounts and exactly what I'm using in this recipe linked in the description box below. Alright, so we have some cornbread flavor concentrate, and this is completely optional. I got it off of Amazon and I'll link it in the description box below, but this just gives the hush puppy a more cornbread type flavor. Alright, next we have some low carb beer. So guys, this takes the flavor to the next level. You don't have to use it. You can replace this with a keto buttermilk, and I'll have a recipe for that in the description box below. So here guys, these are just our seasoning and spices, and all this really is just salt, black pepper, smoked paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. But you can mix and match it however you want your flavor profile to be for your hush puppies. We also have a little bit of xanthan gum for texture. And this, guys, is the base. This is pretty much our Lupin Flour, our vital wheat gluten, our wheat protein isolate, and our almond flour. And we also have our sweetener in here too, our keto sweetener. And last but not least, one whole egg. And we'll also be adding some onions to this recipe, guys. It's not up here, but we're going to be adding some diced onions, and that'll be optional too. All right, so first thing, you want to get out a large mixing bowl, and we're going to add all our dry ingredients in. And this also includes our xanthan gum and all our seasoning and spices. So guys, like I said, this will be completely up to you how you want to season it. But let's go ahead and add that in now. And then before we start adding in the wet ingredients, we're going to mix everything very generously because we want to get flavoring throughout every hush puppy. I also added in some chives, guys, and like I said, this is completely up to you. I just grew this brain in the middle of making it, so I just decided to add it. All right, now we add our wet ingredients, which includes our egg and our low carb beer of choice. And like I said earlier, guys, I will have in the description box below a recipe of a keto buttermilk that you can use and replace it a beer in case you don't want to use it. All right, guys, now we're going to go ahead and add in our cornbread flavoring concentrate. And like I said, guys, you can use as much as you want. I'll be linking this in the description box below where I got it at on Amazon. But as you can see, I use a good bit of it because I've used it in other recipes and I can kind of gauge it. But for starters, if you don't think you're gonna like it, don't use that much of it. For starters, I would go about 8 drops. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and stir and mix everything together, guys. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and add in our onions as well. And I'll be adding in about a 1/4 cup of onions, but this is optional. If you don't want the onions, omit it and add what you want. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and stir in the onions and then check the thickness of our batter. And as you can see, it's falling off of the whisk. So that means it's too thin. So what I did is I added a tablespoon of almond flour at a time until I got to the desired thickness that I was looking for. This batter needs to be thick, guys, because when you fry it, you don't want it to fall apart in the oil. Speaking of oil, let's go ahead and get out a cast iron pan. We're going to go ahead and fry these things in some 100% avocado oil. Guys, you can use coconut oil. That'll be completely up to you. I use avocado because it just fries better in this oil. I will also try to find you a pan that's not so big and just more deep than wide, because you want to cover these things completely in oil. I don't know if you checked or even know, but avocado oil is expensive. So I highly recommend you getting a smaller pan or pot to fry in, so you don't have to use as much oil. You know, you just need the pot to be deep. Just a tip. So guys, we'll be getting this grease up to about 340-ish, 50 degrees, and we're going to fry them for approximately maybe 3 to 4 minutes at best. These things cook super fast, and you want to keep an eye on them because they'll burn on you. The only thing that really needs to cook in this recipe, guys, is the eggs, and that won't take long. Also, guys, remember we're cooking with Lupin Flour, so it burns really easy. And also, guys, if some of them come out a little dark, it doesn't mean that it's burnt. I guarantee you, some of them will come out a little, darker than others, but that doesn't mean that they're burnt. They still taste wonderful. All right, guys, and once they're done, let's go ahead and pull them out, and let's go ahead and let them rest on a wire rack so they can cool off and get super crispy, guys. And that's it. These are your keto hush puppies, or you can call them bear battered hush puppies. But I will say, guys, that bear, oh my God, it boosts the flavor, guys. These things are super crunchy, and they're super soft in the middle, and they're packed with flavor. Man, that beer, I don't know what it does. It just gave it a more yeasty, bready taste. And I'm telling you guys, if you can, use the beer. I understand if you can't, but if you can, please use that beer, man. It takes it to the next level. All right, guys, another great recipe, another great idea, another day making keto easy. Y'all know the motto here, we making keto easy by making everything keto. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and get subscribed. Hit that like button if you like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.